What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Meet in the Middle podcast. It's episode 2. We're back. And this is a real episode now. We're not just catching up the whole time. If you haven't seen the first episode, it's coming out tomorrow for us at 8 a.m. But for you, it shall already have been out for hopefully a decent amount of time for you to watch it or listen on Spotify. I don't know if it's going to be on other platforms yet. We don't know.
Wherever you get your podcasts. That's the ad I always get, I think.
Wherever. Yeah, I don't know, because it's like I do that through this thing called Spotify for Podcasts, which used to be Anchor. And Anchor was what we used to put it on everything before, but I don't know if Spotify still puts it on everything else. We'll see tomorrow, I guess. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because there's another Meet in the Middle podcast, but they're not as cool as us, and I haven't listened to an episode, so I actually don't know if that's true or not. But I like to think that we're the best Meet in the Middle podcast. But They did take Meet in the Middle podcast at gmail.com, and I will never forgive them for it. So we're Meet in the Middle podcast like 123 or something.
That's weird.
And don't email me, please.
We're hiring right now.
Yeah, we're back today. Yeah. We're hiring. Neither one of us can afford to pay you, but you can do all the work for us.
You'll get a lot of experience. It might not be beneficial towards any career path. In fact, we can encourage that it probably won't. But
it definitely won't be.
Yeah.
We'll make sure it's not. Yeah.
We'll shit on you the whole time. Tell you your work is trash.
Because it is. Yeah.
Do better.
And you're working for a trash podcast. Yeah, exactly.
Do better.
We are better. And
fuck
we
you.
should get
we should keep getting worse and worse.
We should get the other Meet in the Middle podcast to do a podcast with us. Wouldn't that be something?
We interview them. It's called The Meats.
The Penis Podcast. Because I wonder what their podcast is about. Food? Yeah. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend's asked me, dude, Amber's asked me so many times. She's like, what does it mean? I'm like, dude, we came up with Meet in the Middle when we were like literally like 14. Do you remember this?
It was a long time.
Yeah.
The whole thing was, actually, we should talk about, that is something that we should talk about, the origin of how this like even became an idea.
Yeah. Do you remember?
I remember it as we're trying so hard to think of like a name for it, and we couldn't think of anything. We were like trying to do like play on words or anything like dumb or whatever. And then I was like, well, why don't we just meet in the middle? I was like, meet.
Yeah. Dude, that's pretty much how I remember it too. I remember it was like right before we made Jurassic Land, which was a banger. But we've rebranded that channel like a million times. But
I don't even remember
that's
what
still
it
the
is
email.
now. I tried to look for it once, I think, and I could not fucking remember. I was like gonna text you. And
right now, which will probably be its last name, is ARTRA Studios, which is like my name, my initials backwards and forwards.
Okay.
So it's like it's ARTRA Studios, and that's actually completely run by myself now, doing random other shit, and it produces this podcast because any like work that I do that's through arts, since I do so many amazing things for the world, that it's all under that like umbrella of like a production house, I would say. But either way, Meet in the Middle is just completely random
as we speak.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
He's building a house.
Yeah. Literally. It's a powerhouse, yeah. It only has outlets in it. There's nothing else in there. It's just a powerhouse.
What more does anyone need?
And we use 90% of the city's electricity.
What do you think is behind all the panels in the like those little green boxes, that you see on the side of the streets and neighborhoods and stuff? Like, I know there's got to be a bunch of,
they always say like,
got to be a bunch of wires and shit, but like, why?
Yeah.
Why is that box there?
Dude,
like, why is that? Why is that part not underground? Why does it look like that? Why is it green? Is it supposed to blend in, or is it supposed to be out there and seen? Like, I don't understand.
Right. Well, when you go up to it, it's like,
don't
it's
fucking
like shock
touch me.
warning. Don't sit on it. But it's like at the same time, it's like, then I want to sit on it. Like, why is it a rectangle?
Why is it at perfect seating height? Yeah.
Why is it like exactly? Why is it like a jungle gym for kids and they're in every kid's front yard? You know what I mean? Like, why does it look like it would be so much fun to play on? That's what I want to know. That's a great question. I've never thought about that. I didn't think anyone else had thought about that either.
Well, that's the kind of questions we ask here on the.
That's the kind of meat we put in the middle, dude.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit we do.
That's the meat we're looking for right there.
Exactly. But if you haven't watched the first episode or know what our podcast is about, we also have a trailer.
What the hell are you doing? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. What the fuck are you doing with your lives? There's another Meet in the Middle podcast. We
Why are you not mindlessly consuming what we put out? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, why haven't you watched the first episode 10 million times and commented how much you like it?
Exactly. Capitalism. This is what this country was built on. I don't care what country you're in.
This is what every country should have been built on. No,
exactly. It's what our ancestors would have wanted.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
To listen to this podcast.
Because it is the most important and influential podcast of the 21st century, and that is a fact, and you can Google that. Nothing will come up, but it might. We will see.
One day it will.
One day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shoot. Aim high, man. That's what we're doing.
When we buy Google and make it say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then it's a Google podcast.
Yep. Welcome to Google Podcast. We changed the name already. We totally get sued so fast.
Dude, we would. Dude, my cat is on my TV stand.
Ooh.
Just like, what? She's going to knock my sunglasses off? Get off of, just looking right at me. Get the fuck off of there. Dude, she's on her last cup of food, and I had to order more stuff from Chewy today. $66 for food and litter, and I'm like, damn. Motherfucker, like, I cannot afford this.
Doug's thing where we got him tested, or his tumor tested, just to do that was like $260, I think.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta talk. You have to say something else about that, or people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, what is he talking about?"
Yeah, true. Okay. My dog Doug, who I'm sure will pop up somewhere, in one of these podcasts for sure. He has recently been diagnosed with a mast cell tumor. So he has cancer. So that sucks. Stupid, dude. But it's terrible. We're meeting with a specialist. I'm meeting with a specialist on Tuesday, and so hopefully we'll get that sorted out. Depending on how much that costs, this might have a little GoFundMe in it.
Yeah, dude. Well, also, like, I mean, the other thing too is that you caught it early enough that it hopefully won't spread, and that you should, I mean, ideally be able to take care of it. Rue, she's gonna jump on my fucking desk. Get out of here. She's on my piano. Get off my fucking piano. She's like, I'm gonna jump on your desk. Ready? Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, dude. Okay. I think she's sitting down. Okay. Sorry to completely interrupt that really, like, emotional thing.
No, it's good.
But I'm glad that you caught it early. Like, I'm glad you took him in. I think a lot of people wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But maybe, I don't know.
He's a homie.
He is a fucking homie, dude. Yeah, and he's, what is he, 4 years old?
Yeah, just turned 4.
That's crazy, dude. He's so young still. That sucks. Ugh, that's terrible. Starting off the podcast really energized right away, and then just dropped down. And we're only 9 minutes in.
Hell yeah. Now you have to keep watching and see where else it goes, right? What else is there to talk about?
Yeah, we've already talked about cancerous dogs and taking over Google. I mean, that's just like
power moves.
The internet in a nutshell. Yeah.
What are our plans for this podcast? To buy Google and to defeat cancer.
But only cancer within the dogs. All the other ones I don't care about.
Fuck people, you know? That's a little bad, but...
That's pretty bad, yeah. That's pretty bad. Anyone with cancer, that's terrible.
Yeah, but, might be. Take that back.
Dude, I told you this last night, but I had to wake up at 4:50 for work this morning, and that's the norm. Crazy. Like, usually it's like 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
PM.
I got lucky and didn't have to wake up till 6 until on Monday, but it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
So if you listened to the last episode, I talked about how I just started doing a photography job where I go to schools and take their yearbook photos. So I've been doing that for 2 weeks now, I think. I think when I was talking to you, I was still in training. But this is my second week now. Oh my god, this little fucker. She's like, look at her, dude. You can't see her, but say something, maybe.
Look at her, dude.
Well, look at the camera, because she just jumped on and shakes the whole fucking desk.
We don't have our cameras on, though. Or like we do, but not on for each other.
The audience will see it, and you will see it eventually. But yeah. But basically, I've been taking photos of kids.
Whoa.
Yeah. Context. I've been taking photos for their
pulling
yearbook.
that clip right now.
Today I was at a middle school. Dude, some middle schoolers are just ruthless. Dude, some of them, when you take their photo, like, they don't smile, but like some of them take it to a new level. You know, like the Great Depression, like, photos. You know what I'm talking about? Like, where they're just like so serious. Like they act like they've been through like the worst of the worst.
Real quick,
and it's
why
hilarious.
did they take those pictures during the Great Depression?
Like, look how depressed we are.
Yeah.
Look how sad we are.
And somebody's like,
well, I think, okay,
I want that. Like, I want that on my wall.
I think it depends, because, okay, well, actually, no, this is like the 1800s, I think, late 1800s. Like, cameras took, I'm talking like cameras, you know, like when people like had to sit there for like 30 minutes to get the exposure, right? Like, they had to like sit there and just, it was like a painting, you know? And now it's like, these kids, I'm like, you know, they're sitting down for 15 seconds. I mean, no, it's like a minute, but still, like, they just sit there and they're just like straight faced and they're just like bored and they're like mean. They're like not like mean, but they're just like rude. I don't know.
They
I'm
just
like,
sit rude.
You guys, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you guys have your rent paid for, and you get free food. Like, there's literally nothing to complain about.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Though.
I'm not
like,
an old person though, but I get it. Like,
you always grow up cool. like you'll always have something like to complain about. That's just humans, you know. Like, even
that's true.
You could, like, the richest people in the world probably complain the most.
Yeah, that's true.
The more
money, more
because
problems.
whenever you don't have things, that's when you like are like, I need this one thing, or like I need this to get like better, which is not always the right thing either. Like, if it's I need food, I need water, then yeah, that's the thing that you need. But if it's like some people think I just
like
need
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, some people think I just need money, and once I have this money, I'll whatever, everything will be okay. But
yeah, and if it's Jeff Bezos, he's like, I need to go to space for some reason. You know, or
why not?
If it's that other guy, I need to go to the Titanic.
Did you know there's another space race going on right now, actually?
I saw India got to the dark side of the moon.
They landed one on the dark side of the moon. They also landed one on the South Pole where there's ice, is what the race is. Is everybody's trying to, like, there's like talk of maybe doing like a moon colony or something up there. Because if there's a bunch of
living in like a
there's a bunch of ice there, so if there's already water, that's like one less thing that they need to like make or get or whatever.
That's true.
Or bring up there.
We're living in like a Call of Duty, like Black Ops 3 zombies world or something. You know that moon fucking map? Hate that map.
I don't remember that one. I played a couple like moon ones though, and they kind of.
I always forget to put my helmet on, and then I like suffocate. I'm terrible at Black Ops 3 zombies. Like, my roommates
you need to put
in
on
college loved it.
Okay, I have not played that one. I don't think.
It was like, well, it's like only for like the beginning or something, or like it. I don't know. There's like one step where you have to do it, and then you don't have to do it for the rest of it. Weird. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I feel like I never do it, and I always die. I'm so bad at it. Like, I can't. I'm so bad at like first-person shooter games. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't played many in a while. Now it's like just Rocket League for the most part.
Yeah.
Back to the grind of it.
Yeah. Dude, no, but yeah, I spent an hour and a half in traffic coming home today from Northern Illinois, and it was horrible. Luckily, I found a parking spot really quickly, because if I didn't, because I was like, we were going to record at like 4:30, and I got back at like 4:30.
Yeah.
But luckily I get paid for the drive, so that's nice.
Good.
I clocked in like 10 hours, 10.75 hours today.
Jesus.
And 2 of those hours were the drive, which is horrible.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you know, they pay pretty well, and it's not a hard job. It's pretty easy, and I'm pretty good at it. Not to toot my own horn or anything. It's not that hard, but but yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of like bantering a little bit, catching up, and we can get into like the rest of the episode, which I think we're just gonna like ask each other like stupid, funny fucking questions because we couldn't think of anything else to talk about today. And that's only because both of us have been like, we also didn't want to like start the podcast with like a really serious episode or something that would like define our podcast. So we're kind of like easing our way into this.
we're kind of trying to like set the tone, be a little bit more laid back rather than just like diving into like either harder topics or like, honestly, we want it to be mostly lighthearted, I feel like. But there are definitely going to be a couple of deeper topics too. Just
I think that represents both of us. Yeah. I think like both of us, like for the most part, I'd say like 80% of the time we're together, we're just joking around and we're hanging out, and then the 20% is the serious conversations we have when we like sit outside in your house or something. We're just like smoking a cigar or something. You know what I mean? Like, like those serious conversations I want to implement because I feel like they're interesting. I think we both have some insight on some stuff.
That should
we
be
can talk
something.
about,
Yeah,
but
if you ever come down here, something like that, we could set up a little sesh and chat.
Definitely.
Just let it go.
Yeah, but and like I don't know if anyone. I guess we talked about the origin of our podcast, but I don't think we even mentioned this. Like Dash and I are cousins. I mean, maybe we figured that out in the first episode when we were talking about like our like family or whatever. But like Dash and I are cousins. We're not. We're besties, homies, but we're also cousins.
Yep.
We're cousins first, lovers second, friends third, I think.
Probably. That's probably what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, lovers maybe first, but we've had our ups and downs with that.
It goes back and forth. It's
goes back and forth. Sometimes you're with somebody and I get jealous, and then I'm with somebody and you get jealous, and then we just can't ever figure it out.
We're both in a relationship right now, so it's terrible.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. Yeah. But why don't we just get right into it? Should we just look up, because I have some questions up here. Should we just like
the only thing I've looked up is when was the Great Depression?
Wait, when was it? We gotta know. 1930, 1920?
Yeah, it was 1929 is when it started. But yeah, it was funny because you were saying like, is it 1800s or something? I was like, I don't think that's right. So
no. Sorry, I meant 1800s in terms of like the photos I was talking about.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that's when those cameras were like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew that the Great Depression was after World War One, and then World War One had like their like the Roaring '20s. Like the economy was great because they just went through a war and people had jobs. I mean, I'm probably like missing a lot of information, but that's the gist of it, I think. And then I think after that, the economy just crashed, but I couldn't remember what year that was. So 29. That's good to know.
Yeah,
when did it end?
The stock market crash of 1929.
Oh yeah.
Collapse of the world trade due to the Smoot-Hawley tariff, government policies, bank failures and panics, and the collapse of the money supply. I remember that. Yeah, I don't remember that. I wasn't there. I remember learning about that.
You were there. Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that year. No. I remember, because everybody's trying to pull their money out of the banks, because they were worried about this happening. And obviously the bank didn't have any money to give them, so they like ran out. So a bunch of people just didn't have the money that they, like banks just went out of business because they didn't have any money. 'Cause the whole way that the banking system works is like they loan out money to other people, and then you just store your money in the bank. So the whole thing is they can take your money, and that's why you get a little bit of interest on it and everything, is because they're using your money, which you should be able to take out at any time theoretically, but you're not going to. Unless this kind of thing happens, and then everybody gets fucked.
Yeah, but they can't afford it for everyone to take their stuff out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why don't we take a quick cut here so I can stop my recording so it doesn't stop automatically, and then we'll get right back into it.
All right, sounds good.
We're gonna cut, and then we're gonna be right back in a split second. All right, here we go. All right, we're back, and I have a list of questions. First one, what is your favorite smell? Do you know of your favorite smell?
Favorite smell?
That's a terrible question.
Like,
I feel like barbecue is my favorite smell.
Barbecue's pretty.
When I smell that, I'm like,
fucking
oh my
good.
God.
Yeah. fried chicken.
Deviled eggs
is pretty fucking good. I remember. Okay, so the fried chicken is because there used to be a place called Lucy's Fried Chicken next to my work. Holy shit, that smelled so good. Bird biscuit, that is the shit. Oh my god. Yeah.
I used to think like when I'd walk into Subway that was the best smell ever. But like Subway isn't that great. It's just like the smell of the sandwiches was always good.
I like Jersey Mike's or Firehouse.
Oh yeah, I have one right next to me. Yeah.
I love that.
I also really like the smell of cat shit. That's my favorite. I smell it. I smell it all the time. It's just like
good
constantly,
for you, man.
you know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's honestly, people tell me all the time they're so jealous of me. I smell cat shit all the time, and they're like,
"Oh my
why
god,
don't you do something about it? Why
yeah.
Why don't you get a litter box?"
You like why?
Like,
yeah, you
I like
walk,
when she shits on the floor.
You walk into work and you just and somebody just grabs you and goes, oh, I'm so jealous. You smell like cat shit every morning.
They're like, well, if you don't want to, like, you like the smell so much. I'm like, yeah, I put it on my clothes. Like, I wear like woven
perfume.
Like,
people pay for that.
You know? Exactly. Yeah. It's big on Etsy, big on Craigslist too. Weird.
I'm sure Craigslist.
Yeah. All right, you got a question?
Yeah. What is your dream holiday destination?
Ooh, that's a good one. Holiday? Does that mean like, is that like the British or like the European version of the use of holiday? Because
I don't know. Questions. It's under questions to ask a guy, ordinary and happy. So what? I guess we'll just say the holiday destination is just let's just say it's a vacation. Like
vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing for April Fool's this year?
Is that actually one of the questions?
No, I just made that up. That would really be so funny though.
That's the holiday.
What are your big fun Easter plans? You know.
Yeah. What are you doing for Black Friday this year? What are you doing for? Not
working. That's good.
No, I was thinking Good Friday, not Black Friday. What are you doing for Good Friday?
What are you doing for Mexican Heritage Month?
I'm curious. What are you doing for Cinco de Mayo this year? I'm celebrating privately.
Yeah.
I don't know. Vacation spot. Let's see. I
want to go to like Bali or some shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Did you say it because you saw Carmen's Instagram post?
Oh, that probably subconsciously, yes.
That's funny because I just saw that today and I was like, oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was thinking like somewhere. Yeah, like Thailand. I've heard is cheap
too.
Yeah. I really want to go to Europe. I know it's not like a vacation, but like I just like want to like.
I was just there.
The streets. Yeah, dude, that's sick. We got to talk about that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no. For those of y'all that don't know, I just went on a trip to Europe, but the main point for me, at least, was to go to Crankworks. I think I might have already talked about this a little bit last podcast, too.
Whoa, Crankworks? What the fuck?
Yeah, you just get out there and you just start cranking, dude.
They start working your crank. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Full shaft. It's crazy. No, but it's a competition where there's it's a biking competition. They have downhill mountain biking, dual slalom, which is racing side by side, pump track. The big one that I really like to watch, like in person, which is insane, is slope style. That's where it's trick based. It's like short, small bikes, really massive jumps, and like lots of like flips and spins, backflips, all that stuff. Really epic to watch in person.
Dude, I bet that's big. I bet that's so bacon.
Yeah,
that's sick.
It's pretty sick. But so I went to go visit for that, and I got to go to London, Paris, Austria, or it was Innsbruck, Austria, and then I went to Venice as well.
That's sick.
So yeah,
I didn't know you went to Venice.
And I stayed in a monastery with nuns in Venice.
Interesting.
That was
surprised they let you anywhere near a church.
I know, and it was a church and a school, so I'm double whammy, you know.
Yeah, after what you did to all those kids, I'm surprised they let you anywhere near a church. I know,
and all those churches I've burned, you know.
Oh my god.
That was a joke. Terrible. Legally.
That was a joke. Legally, he has to say it was a joke.
Yeah, I've been acquitted,
No.
so I'm probably okay. No. It was weird though because the walls are just like all white. There's like no art. Like there's a bunch of the kids stuff like on the like in the actual like school part, but then like it go up like it's just dark. I don't know. It was weird. Like when in the room, it was just all white, and there was like one small picture of like I don't know. I don't remember. It was like Mary or something like that.
Like a kid on his hands and knees, and there's like a priest.
That
like,
was just in the
over him,
closet.
and you're like, oh.
Like I don't know why that was there.
That's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
I walked in and I was like, oh my God. I'm sorry, wrong room. And
Like,
then I went to the next.
Oh my God. They're like, Dash, what are you doing here?
Oh, sorry, this one's occupied.
Oh my God, Dash, can I get your autograph? That's what the priest said.
Yep.
You're like famous among these priests. All right, I'm done with those jokes.
Yeah, being a priest myself.
Yeah, dude. I can't even imagine you doing that.
No,
That's
not at
terrible.
all.
Dude, never. Yeah, I would never do that either. I like sex too much, you know what I mean? Just kidding.
Yeah, I
But
like fucking
not really.
priests too much.
Yeah, I just like fucking dudes too much, dude. I could never do it, you know?
Well, technically, that might work still. What does God think about that? Let's get
Having
into
sex
that
with
one.
priests?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
What does God think about having sex? Oh shit.
He's probably like, you know what? Yeah, I mean, if they're doing it to each other, that's not that
I mean, like if you renounce it, like that's how you renounce it. That's like, you know how you get like
Yeah.
you have to go back into holy water to get like cleaned from it. Like the way to get dirty again is
Yeah.
to get fully dirty, right? So
Which, dude, okay, can we talk about holy water? Like, it's just like tap water that they just said it's holy now.
I don't
like,
know. I think they should start selling it at convenience stores. I want to see that next to Fiji is holy water.
That's what liquid death is actually. It's actually just holy water.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
But also like, what is her name? Bella Delphine or whatever her name is. She sold her bathwater, you know?
Oh yeah, that chick.
Yeah. That's like the same kind of thing. Like we could just do that with like.
Could I sell?
Just say it
What
was
if I
holy water.
sell Jesus's bathwater?
Yeah, you could do that.
Would it turn to wine
That'd be
though?
sick. Ooh, that's a good question. Would Jesus's bathwater like he just steps in the
What if he just tries? I mean, I guess
red?
he has to turn it himself, maybe. So like maybe he can control it. I don't know. Or does he even get in the bath? Because he just float on the water, you know?
I just thought, yeah. That's funny.
Every time he dips below it, it turns to
fucked up
wine,
joke.
but he's on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably what it is.
He gets in the ocean, dude. That's what they call it, the Red Sea. Stupid. All right, moving on.
I have another question.
So here's. Okay, you have another question? Cool.
I have
away.
14 actually, so we might have to be able
Okay,
to save
alright.
some of these too. We'll see.
Sweet.
What is your favorite sport to watch?
Dude, basketball. Basketball's the only interesting sport to watch, and I will not take the hate from that because it's true. And like, okay, like football, I can watch it. I'm just not a football guy. Like I don't
There's
really
too many
like.
breaks
I get
in
it.
football, honestly.
Okay, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like
There's
the
like
reason I
so
don't
much
like
either
watching
running the
soccer-
clock down or an ad break
Yeah,
and like
dude.
shit like that. There's just so
Dude.
much that it's just like it's not fun to watch. Like
Yeah.
I'd watch somebody play Madden because you can skip through all that shit.
True.
But yeah, and then what constitutes a sport? Because I don't watch really any like actual sports unless I gamble on it from time to time to make it interesting.
Yeah.
But that's just for fun.
Yeah.
But I watch like RLCS, which is Rocket League, like esports, which they're still
Yeah.
like, it's definitely not as big as like regular sports because everybody watches that shit, you know. But there's still
He's
like
a
a $2
G-boy
million
who watches
prize
sports.
pool and stuff, and like honestly, a lot of
True.
schools are getting into it now too. So like, there's like several, like within here, like it's entertaining for me to watch, like UTSA play,
Yeah.
fucking Texas Tech or something like that. Like that's I could watch that
Oh,
esport
yeah.
match in Rocket League of those real
That's
schools
cool.
that have like that. So like I think it counts enough to be a
Yeah.
sport because you can get paid to do it and I don't
Yeah.
know, like they
I mean,
have
like,
like
it's
a
like-
viewing for it. Like there's championships
Right.
for it. Like there's something you're looking forward to.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say like the reason, okay, like for football, like I don't know, football to me, like obviously, like, we're gonna get like torn to shreds because everyone likes fucking football.
I don't give a
But
fuck.
like, okay,
No, we're telling football
exactly.
people to not watch this. Is what we're doing right now.
yeah, true. I mean,
This
you like
is
football.
the
great,
second
but if you
episode, and
get
you're
mad at us for talking about
yeah,
it.
you're bitching about it already. Like, get up.
Yeah. No one said anything yet, but we're still assuming there. No, but I think football, like, there's just too many, like, they do a play and then nothing happens, and then they do a play and like something
It's
might
do a
happen.
play
They get
and
like
then
2 yards,
and then it either works out or it doesn't, and then it's
That's what I
plan
like.
the next
I don't-
play, and then
Yeah.
it's very
is,
slow.
like,
Like
it's
chess
interesting.
is like can be entertaining to watch, so I can see like it's slow but not in the best way, you know.
yeah,
Like the
I mean,
action is
for
fast,
yeah.
but then it's speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Like
But that's like, yeah, it's like almost every sport's like that. Like soccer is like that too. Like,
yeah,
I can't watch soccer because there's maybe 2 goals in the whole fucking game, and it's like a 4-hour game. So they're just going back and forth
baseball's
the whole
pretty
time,
alright.
and nothing ever
like
happens.
something is always
Dude.
happening at least, you know.
Dude, baseball is so fucking boring. I can't watch baseball.
Really?
It's so boring. Dude, even when I'm in person, I'm like, I hate this. Like, can I walk around the stadium? Like, I'd rather walk around the stadium.
I think it
Like,
definitely
I'll
depends
go,
on the
but, like,
game.
I
Like,
don't
some
enjoy it.
people, sometimes it's just ass and nobody's doing anything. But sometimes it can be like
Yeah.
if it, and I guess it's the same with like every sport. If it's really close,
Yeah.
it's and the teams are doing well or something, like it's really entertaining.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, whenever it's slow and bad, yeah, I feel like most sports are not good.
Yeah. No, I think, like, it's crazy. Because, like, okay, the reason I like watching basketball is because there's always something happening. Every time, like, someone's either going to score or there's going to be a defensive play that's interesting. Like, something always happens. Like, there's always something going on, and it's exciting. Even if you watch the NBA, like, you can say, like, the NBA is not as fun as watching college. Sure, it's just different. Playoffs in the NBA are really fun to watch because it's, like, the elite. It's, like, so interesting.
The issues with it, though, a lot of times I feel like have to do more with like refs and people and things getting called and things like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
like
players
there's
are
a
annoying.
shit ton of like traveling and stuff just in fucking
Yeah.
What's it called? Oh my god, the NBA.
Basketball, NBA.
Yeah, but like specifically, yeah, in the higher like when you get away from like college and stuff
Yeah.
like that, like they just stop caring about a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
like
But
I
then
don't
they just call random
I'm
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
so I know literally nothing about like basketball. Like I know some just from like watching it with you and stuff, but
Yeah.
I can't tell when somebody's when somebody's traveling and stuff. But I like my friend
Right.
Kobe who like was into it and I would watch with sometimes. He'd be like, "This is just dumb. Like keep fucking doing that."
Yeah.
And the more I would
Yeah,
watch it, and I'd
that's
be
true.
like, "Yeah, why are they just running with it all
Yeah.
the time?" Like.
No, it's like, and then the most annoying thing about NBA is that the players complain about every call, and it's like, just shut the fuck up and play. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's not that hard.
Or the
Yeah,
fake
that's what bothers
injuries
me.
in other sports. and
Yeah,
stuff.
dude,
Yeah.
flopping.
You
Is
know
just,
what I
like,
want to
the
watch?
most
I want to watch
annoying thing.
hockey again. I feel like hockey could be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like
I wouldn't watch it
hockey's
like
similar-
online or anything unless I
Yeah, that's what I'm
unless there's
saying.
something more on
Like,
it. But,
I've-
like I would go to a hockey game and get behind that. 'Cause
I've never. That's the thing. Like, I can't really talk too much about hockey because I've never ever seen a game. Like,
Oh,
I've never
really?
seen a game.
dude, we should see if there's
No.
one, like whenever you come down here next, we should see if there's one at the HEB rink or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, it's yeah, because I'm like, dude, I grew up in Minnesota. I've never watched a hockey
Which
game.
is
It
so
never
weird.
interested me.
That, yeah.
Yeah. It just never really interested me. I was just like, I don't care. But I don't know. I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
No. I feel like
have you tried it?
I have tried it before. I will say
Okay.
it's. I feel. Okay, I'm weird. I feel like pineapple should be cold. And
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a good point.
and I don't like it when it's hot. Like I feel like isn't there like a Hawaiian dish or something, or they just have that shit and it's just like, or like or no,
Well,
yeah, you have
you
like
can
just
grill
cooked.
it,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can grill it. Yeah, and I'm like I just
We used
don't
to do
like
that.
it like that. Like I just want a cold
Yeah.
slice of it. Like it should be this refreshing fruit, not this weird sweet thing. So I think of it. I think it changes it too much to where it doesn't taste like how a pizza kind of should be.
Yeah.
Like a pizza to
That's
me
fair.
is I just go with the classic pepperoni pizza. And that's
the
what
best,
I go
dude.
for. It's like it's good every time, everywhere. You
It
know?
is.
Like I can't.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
found
true.
a bad one.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely better than others, but yeah. Like
Well,
then there's
isn't Pizza by
also
Alfredo bad?
other stuff. Like I'm a big fan of. We have Pint House Pizza, and I get what's called the Shroomin' Goat. It's fuck. Let me just look it up so I don't mess it up. Pizza menu.
What's the bad one in the office? Pizza by Alfredo?
Oh yeah.
Pizza Cafe. Which one's the bad one?
That's tough. I don't even know.
I can't remember. That's definitely like a quiz question I would get wrong.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 shot though.
Pizza by Alfredo is bad.
Okay.
I didn't look it up. I just searched my memory.
Oh yeah.
And let me see. Pies. All right. Margarita. Where the fuck
Margarita.
is the
Pepperoni pizza is the best though.
It's a specialty pie is what they have it under. So it's extra virgin olive oil, house cheese blend, garlic, roasted mushrooms, arugula, and local goat cheese. It is so fucking good. I will say, I don't know if I would classify it as a pizza though. Like you could in a sense, but when I think of pizza, I think of like this classic, like, yes, the pepperoni and stuff. Like that's when I think people get too caught up in is like, oh, that's not even pizza anymore. It's like, yeah, because people put like fucking mac and cheese on pizza and stuff, and I'm like, that's just not pizza. True. Like that, you're making a pasta dish with all these things. It just
you're just eating flatbread.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, that's just not the same thing. You're taking out all of the things that make it a pizza. So it could be delicious or whatever, but it's just not. And then especially like when you take out the expectation of it tasting like pizza, that's when I think it's wrong. Like you're like, oh, let's get a pizza, and you get pineapple on it. I did not expect my pizza to be sweet. I never expect my pizza to be sweet. I don't just dump sugar on it, you know, like.
True.
That's my thought. It can be good and
he
whatever.
Hates pineapple on pizza.
Fuck your pineapple on pizza.
I think with me, like, I definitely agree with you. Whatever you said. I think I'm just like
whatever, but you know.
What? No. But I definitely am like a fucking I'm just like a garbage can, dude. I eat what the fuck ever I want.
Whatever's
like,
in front of you.
I'm not really picky that much. So like, it's definitely not my first choice. Definitely not my second or third or fourth or even like fifth choice of pizza. It's Amber's favorite, by the way, which is weird. So weird to me.
Break up with her.
And, dude, whenever we order pizza, I'm like, can we just get pepperoni? She's like, can we get pineapple? I'm like, no. Like, I'm not going to waste
and then how much,
$30 on a pizza.
Exactly. And then, like, how much of it, like, that's the issue, is if you have something like that go on, it's like, how much of this are you going to eat? Are you paying for it? Because I'm not going to eat any of that.
I eat it, though. Like, I don't mind it.
Okay,
it's not that bad
good.
to me.
Yeah. Or if you can, like, pick it off or whatever the fuck. But like,
right.
like if you're like doing something like that and you're like, you know, I just want my own.
Yeah, no, I think like I'll eat it. It's definitely not my favorite, but like I see the appeal, like the sweet and salty. Like I get it.
Yeah,
it's definitely not my cup of tea.
I'd say sweet and savory.
Like I wouldn't say I dislike it, but I don't like love it. I like it. Like I'm not like passionate about it, but like if someone was like, do you mind it, I'd be like, no, I'll eat it, like I don't care.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a fucking garbage can, so.
And yeah, I'd take it. I would probably pick it off and still eat it and like not care too much, or like, and if there was still some on it and I got a bite of it, I would be like, I wouldn't fucking vomit or anything, but I'd be like,
dude, this is actually a question. This is not a question on the thing, but this is a question for you because I wonder what you think about this.
What's up?
So you know when you have like pancakes and like sausage, right? And you put like, and it's like the sauce, like any type of sausage, right? It's on the side, same plate. You put syrup on your pancakes and stuff. Do you put your sausage in your syrup and eat it, or do you try to not get the syrup on the sausage?
So that's something weird. So I have never really been into sausage, honestly.
He doesn't like meat, dude.
I do.
Meat in the middle.
I like bacon, like fucking love it. Peppered bacon is the best thing.
Peppered bacon.
Have you ever had that?
No.
Oh my god.
Maybe I don't know.
It's so fucking good. It's way better. I don't know why. I don't know how else to like, I can't describe it. It's pepper and bacon. That's literally the only thing. But it's like when people are like, "Oh, I'm making bacon," I get excited and then I remember there's not pepper on it. and I'm like,
that's funny.
This is gonna be all right, you know? Like whereas if it's the
usually
peppered
put,
bacon,
like applewood salt.
Oh my god. And if it's like just a little bit crispy, like too crispy, like just a touch too crispy, I like that. I like the little bit of that like burnt tang on it.
Right.
I think my dad used to get it, and I think that's what kind of turned me on to that. But I would say probably if I were a sausage eater like yourself.
or even bacon. Like, would you dip your bacon in it?
I would not dip my bacon in it. No.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's so fucking gross.
I don't
want syrup. Yeah.
Like if I'm just gonna have like bacon, if I were to have bacon and eggs or something, I wouldn't fucking get syrup out to fucking put it on. Why would you do that? You know?
No, exactly. Like, dude, that's when people do that and they're like, I like it. I'm like, you're a fucking freak. Like, that's so weird to me. And maybe I'm in the minority for that, but I just wanted to see, because I've never really talked about that with anybody.
Yeah.
But when I see people do that, or like, you know, like when like moms, like you'll just like, my mom used to do this all the time. Like we'd have the plates and then she'd be like, all right, we have dessert. And she'd put the fucking piece of cake or whatever it was, like in the fucking juices of like whatever I ate for dinner. Wouldn't wash the plate. I'm like, give me a napkin. Like, I'm like, I'm not even gonna eat this. Like, this is so fucking disgusting.
I don't want the taste of all the other food that I just ate in with this. Like, it's got to be its own.
Yeah,
thing.
Dude.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
there's
Unless it's something that complements everything
fucking,
else. Like, if it just works all together.
It never
so
does
well,
though.
But it doesn't. Yeah,
it never does.
Yeah.
It never does. It's always like
Especially
ketchup
in the
or like
Midwest,
fucking
you know?
sauce. Dude. we have like the most fucking like we have like hot dish and all these other things.
Because that's the thing is like with I feel like with like a lot of like the barbecue and stuff like that, all that shit just works together. Like if you get the bread and the and like if I get like fucking meat juice in my bread, it's gonna be fucking fire. I don't care. Like
no, that's true.
Or especially like Texas toast goes with literally anything. Like I can't think of anything that Texas toast doesn't go with. I'd put that in ice cream. Don't care.
Bruh. Yeah.
That'd be a little weird.
I love Texas toast.
It's
I put Texas toast between my cheeks.
Dude, I want some fucking Whataburger now.
I drove by Cane's today. It's literally a 4-minute drive from my place, but it's like it's like a 20-minute walk or something.
That's a good walk though. That's like a good distance. That's like enough to earn it, but also
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna go. I'm like, oh, I want it, but I'm like, I can't DoorDash it. They don't DoorDash.
Really?
Which is stupid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is so fucking annoying because I'm like, I would do it all the time.
I mean, mine sucks though. Mine's downtown, so it's like in the worst spot.
Oh yeah.
So I like can't fucking reach it. I the day that they put one in like East Side and I'm able to like fucking DoorDash that shit, I'm gonna do it like all day for like a week.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I love Cane's. It's my favorite. All right, you got a question for me?
Yeah. Let me check. All right, number 3. Do you prefer to watch or play sports?
I thought I was gonna say something else. You prefer to watch or play with your girlfriend?
And sports is sex. Yeah. You prefer to watch?
Do you want to watch? Do you want to watch or join into the threesome? What was the question?
Do you like to watch or play sports?
Prefer. Play.
I think it depends. Yeah, it depends on it either depends on the sport or if like I don't know.
Like I wouldn't really want to play football, but if kids were playing basketball today and I could see it over they divided the gym where we were shooting.
Oh yeah.
And I could see them playing basketball and I wanted nothing more than to just play basketball with and just shoot.
Yeah.
Hoops. Shoot hoops, dude. So cool.
Hoops, dude.
But
if it comes out to you're playing like a full on team style versus just watching.
Dude, that's how I am with board games too. Like I hate board games so much.
Really?
And yeah, I
like
hate
them when I
hate
drink
so much. Dude, I like drinking games. I like some board games. Like I don't mind Sequence, which is not really a board game.
It depends on what it is. I like Sorry and easy to fucking do. Uno and shit is even Uno's Uno can be a little much when you're getting I like games that I can play when I'm getting fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
So
I think
if I can do something and not have to think or plan ahead or with it or whatever, and I can just play the fucking game. If it's literally based off the cards I'm dealt or whatever, I can just be like, this goes here, this goes here. If it works out, hell yeah. If not, whatever. It's not my fault. It's the game. Whereas if it's I can't play fucking chess when I'm doing. I can't be like, what's he gonna do next? I'm just gonna forget everything.
Dude, no, yeah. I mean, board games, I'd rather watch because I'd rather die than play them, but that's just me.
Really?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I mean,
we should do online board games. We should do you know how they have Monopoly as a fucking whole thing now. But that's also a little different because it does everything for you. Here's your 2 choices or several choices. Do it or don't. You know.
Exactly. Dude, my dad.
Or the Game of Life. That's a good one.
Yeah, my dad bought me a Monopoly.
You know?
True. That's true. Because you can like buy shit.
Yeah, and it's
and,
about
like,
how
kinda
well you
do-
do
but-
by the end. It's not who gets there first or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My dad bought me a Mandalorian Monopoly. I have not even opened it.
That's
that was
kinda
like 2
sick.
years ago.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's cool.
I didn't-
But he bought it for me for like Christmas as like a kind of like oh, this is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And I just never played it because I'm like I don't know anyone that would want to play Monopoly, and I just don't
It's just
want
such
to.
a
But it's kind
long
of cool.
fucking game. Like,
Yeah, dude. And I just like I.
and
I
then you
get
can't
too
just leave
intense
it
with
because
stuff.
there's so many little pieces on it that it'll just fucking like.
Yeah, dude.
I'd do like
yeah,
Connect
it's
4
like a
or some
puzzle.
shit. Maybe that'd be not too bad.
yeah, dude.
A little bit intense, but not
Connect 4.
crazy. Oh, there's
I like
a
Connect 4.
like a break the ice game that I've heard of that's supposed to be good.
Oh yeah.
Or
That's
Jenga.
fun.
Jenga's the shit.
Yeah, dude. Drunk Jenga. Have you seen those? Where they
Drunk
have, like, stuff written on the
giant
back?
Jenga. I've done that. It's so fun.
Have you played the ones where they have like you
Oh,
you
the
make it
stuff on
yourself?
them?
So you write stuff like
Yeah,
take
no,
a shot
I
of
haven't
blah blah
done
blah
that.
or whatever.
I should just buy one
I
of
did
those,
that
honestly,
once.
though. I'm trying to set up like my yard to be better for that. Like I got a dartboard and stuff.
Oh yeah. Nice.
So I got a dartboard and I have
Pool
like
ta-
a
pool
grill.
table out there?
Fuck, I want one so bad, but that would have to be stored
Me
inside.
too.
Pools.
Dude,
the
sell your
shit.
bed. Sell your bed for the pool table. Sleep on the pool table.
Bunk bed, pool table under, bed on top.
That's funny. Yeah, bunk bed, dude. Loft your bed. That's so funny. All right, what's another question? Let me see if I can find one.
Yeah, let me see.
Bro, do you sleep with the lights on or off? If you sleep with the lights on, you're a fucking psychopath.
Oh
I've
my
never heard of anyone
god,
doing that.
yeah, you have
Who
to
the fuck
be
does that?
clinically insane though. Like to fucking do that. Here, I'll do one. What talent
this
would you
through.
pick to have? I have no idea what that means.
Like people have like weird talents, or like I guess like a talent for like a sport or something.
Yeah.
Talent. Dude, I don't know. I'm like so talented. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm already like so talented. I don't need anyone else to.
Yeah, facts.
I don't need anything else from anybody else. So that one's kind of lame.
Predict
about-
lottery numbers, winning lottery numbers every time.
Yeah, well, I was listening to the Tiny Meat Gang podcast, and they were talking about the lottery, how someone won like $1 billion or something.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
I want to do
Can
that.
you eat ice cream using your bare hands? Another. This is like
What's the
is this like
circumstance?
psychopath questions?
Yeah, like,
Dude,
do I
like,
just?
Do you remember like?
Do I not have spoons?
You-
Can I not clean
Yeah.
spoons? Like,
Do you remember when we were at your apartment in Austin, and I was just eating one side of the thing, and you were like getting some because it was like the
yeah,
what's the fucking
it's called the
three-
Great Divide.
Yeah.
That's half chocolate, half vanilla. I will say I am very particular in my ice cream. I'll do that even if it's not the Great Divide. If it like I'll get like mint chocolate
Yeah.
chip, and if it's not going down at an even rate, that pisses me off.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I'm like.
It's
pretty
because
OCD
but
about
the
shit
thing
like
is
that, too.
because
just wasn't
I
even
eat it
noticing
straight out of the fucking thing. Like, if I were to do scoops and put it in a bowl or whatever, sure. But
be
also
different,
that
yeah.
is so hard. Have you? When's the last time you like scooped and ate it in a bowl? Like it goes
Dude,
everywhere,
I
and
do
you
it
just
all
have
the
a
time and it
puddle.
sucks. Yeah.
And then whereas if you just have it all in, the whole thing's cold, so it just saves more of it. I think.
All right, we had to cut because my camera stopped recording because it's annoying. Anyways, so we're talking about eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Do you eat it in the tub or do you eat it in a bowl? And it's really hard to eat it either way. Like, is it like you don't want to get your fucking like, you feel like a fucking. If I ate it out of a fucking like tub, I'd feel like a fucking imbecile. And that's not like a diss to you at all.
You fucker.
But like yeah, I feel like a fucking idiot, and that's what you should feel like. No, I think like in terms of like, I just would feel I'd sit there and just be like, what am I doing to myself? Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to control myself, especially if I was high.
Oh no, it's
Dude,
the
I-
best thing in the world.
I'm sure it is. And whenever I'm at your place, we always have like brownies. Remember those fucking not cosmic brownies, but those like Costco brownies or something. Your Sam's
Oh, I get
Club
the
brownies
HEB
you had.
ones. Yeah, they're fucking fire.
HEB, that's what it was. And dude, those things were like, I remember like in 2021 or something, we had
They're
those.
so
or
good.
2020.
They're always
we
so
were just
good.
fucking geeking out. Dude.
I fuck with that, and I also fuck with I don't know why, like nobody else seems to like them nearly as much as me, but the sugar cookies that you get out there that are just like the circular ones that have like a glaze over the top, and then it like cuts off, and they're like different colors.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't. not the ones that like have like the frosting with the sprinkles that are like everybody every kid, like the ones that like every kid brought to their like birthday party for elementary school.
Literally that shit. I fucking I like love those, that. Dude. They're so good. That's a guilty pleasure. Like that's the best thing. Like it's like cake. It's like cake. It like cakes up in your mouth and stuff. It's so good. That's true. And then just like the icing is always so good too. I found it. That's actually one that I've gotten several times. I'm gonna put it in the Discord real quick.
Yeah, put it. Dude, I feel like the consistency of those fucking things are, dude, yeah.
That shit is so good.
Yeah. The consistency of that is like if you like.
There's a squirrel on my AC unit. I'm gonna scare it.
Bruh.
Wow, bro, I didn't even get that scared. What the hell, bro? I'm gonna stick my dog.
He's like, I fucking live here. I live under your house. He's like, I live in the walls, dude. I pay rent.
I used to have that. I don't think they do anymore, though.
That's crazy.
Fuck off, bro. He's just sitting in the tree.
I feel like the consistency of those sugar cookies are like if you like got a paper towel wet and then it like dried, and that's what you ate. It's like eating sand almost. Like, dude, when you
it's soft.
When you put it, like when you
like
put it in your mouth,
straight cake batter. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, dude, if you eat like, because I'll eat it in like 2 bites, 3 bites, and like when it's like when you're chewing it, it just
I don't
everything
chew
gets
it,
in like a ball.
Don't chew it. Squish it against the roof of your mouth. You will.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
That's crazy. Oh, my camera's gonna die. I'll go until it dies. That's okay. I can always just block my camera off for the rest of it, and you can keep recording with yours.
Everybody's looking at me anyway, you know.
That's true. Okay, another question. Let's see. Oh, do you like horror movies? I don't even know if I've ever asked you that.
No.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay, it depends on the horror movie though, because not like Hollywood trying to scare you movies, but like genuinely good, like thriller, like have a cool plot, great like scary movies. Like I'm talking like Scream, like The Shining, what's another really good one? Like The Thing. That's more of like a
never really been a fan of any of those either. Like I kind of
The Shining
like
is my second favorite movie.
I don't even think I've seen The Shining all the way through in one sitting.
It's literally incredible. It's fucking awesome. It's it's my second favorite movie of all time. It's so good.
But yeah.
I don't know. Like I recently started watching them. And just like the ones, like I'm not gonna watch the fucking Conjuring because one time we watched it in my dorm and I didn't watch it but I listened to it, still couldn't sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I am so easily scared, and but I've been like watching some like the genuinely good movies that are like quote unquote like scary thriller movies or whatever. Like that's the kind of shit.
Have you seen Blair Witch Hunt?
No, that's another one I probably won't watch. That one looks fucking freaky as fuck. Found footage. And like same with like Annabelle and stuff, like the stuff that's like kind of real, like
the
stuff that's like
good.
borderline like based on true stories.
I'll just have you'll have to watch it and then we'll talk about it. Because that's one I've seen and I could talk about.
Dude, yeah. I'm trying to think of like,
but don't want to spoil
the ones that like, because like Annabelle and like The Conjuring are like based on true stories, like quote unquote based on true stories, you know, like whether that's true or not, whatever you believe in or whatever. It's
like a legend or whatever,
yeah, but
whether
like I'm
actually happened
way too freaked out to watch something that's like people are like, this is the scariest movie I've ever seen, and it's like based on a true story. That freaks me out. Like I couldn't, like I'm like I don't want to do that. Like paranormal shit is kind of a no for me. But have you seen like the new like It, like Pennywise? Have you seen those?
I have not. No.
I saw the first one in theaters, like the 2017 one.
Oh, really?
But I haven't seen Chapter 2.
I would never do anything like that.
Yeah, I fucking couldn't sleep for like 3 days. And it's not even, that wasn't even that scary, but I was like 16. It was like the first horror movie I've ever seen.
That's the thing, is like, it doesn't even have to be that scary. Just like, I just don't want to be, I don't know. Like most of the time, like I've learned kind of a lot of like about the setups and how they do a lot of those things. So most of the stuff I get scared about in movies like that are honestly the scoring, like the music and the silence into a very loud, abrupt sound is frightening, and that just is a reaction that they found, and that's why they do it every time, and I don't like that.
Exactly.
So even when you
that's what I'm saying.
Even when you don't look at it, you're not scared of it. You just still jump because the impact of everything still hits you, you know?
Well, that's not okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that movies that are being made that are like quote unquote horror movies now, some of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are like using that tactic. Like, I'd say like The Nun. Never saw it, but I can tell from the trailers, from the stuff that's whatever. And I know as a movie person, I'm not going to be taken seriously for just watching the trailer, not watching the movie. But like, they rely so heavily on just doing jump scares and nothing else that like, you know, there's no story, and people like yeah, it was boring. Like, it didn't have any. There was no point to it. It was just like they tried to scare you all the time.
Yeah.
And like, it's just jump scares. I think like that's what I mean. Like, I like to watch, like, you know, on Netflix there's a show called The Haunting of Hill House, and I think that is incredible. And it's like paranormal, like weird, like creepy shit. There's like there's like this jump scare that it's completely out of nowhere. Like, there's no like build up and silence. It just comes out of nowhere, and I screamed, dude. And it was like 9 p.m. and I was watching it with my roommates in college, and it was so funny. And like, well, okay, but also like, you liked playing The Last of Us. Like, you watched me play that. That's like a horror game.
Yeah, so I like
you know
stuff
what I
like
mean?
that.
Exactly. So I think you would like some of the other stuff. Like, I think you would. Because it's kind of like that. Like, that's the kind of style I like.
I think the fact that and like, I like The Walking Dead and stuff, which I guess you could get, it's considered partly a horror too.
Especially the first couple of seasons, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I like that sort of like off-putting style stuff in that way, but yeah, I don't like the just like, and I've never really liked the paranormal and stuff like that because I've never really fully believed it or identified with it. Like, I feel like I could go somewhere and like, I just with that sort of stuff, like, feel like that's not possible or that's not real. That's not how it is, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't necessarily believe in spirits. I believe in like energy and stuff like that moving, which is getting a little hippie talk now, but like, like, I don't know. I've just
he did shrooms once, guys.
I
like,
did.
He knows all this.
Still have them. Who wants to come drop? That's acid, which I do. Wait, do I? Nope.
No. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
On it right now, but that would actually be some good stories. I have some good stories about that stuff. Like the time I did acid and saw the latest Jackass.
Dude, that's funny.
That was
Wait, do you like Tame Impala? I don't know if I've ever asked you this.
Yeah, I listen to them. I listen to the way I approach music is I don't really listen to artists a whole lot, like specific art. Like, I do.
Yeah.
There's some that I really like Childish Gambino and stuff that I'll always like. Oh shit, he's there. I'm fucking listening to that. But a lot of the time now with more of these like indie creators and stuff, I've found that I sometimes only like one song from a creator, you know, which there could be more, and I could honestly, I'm probably missing out by not exploring that. But I listen to like, I like this song, and then I like listen to things based off my playlist, and if I like it or I don't, I add it or I don't. That's kind of how I do it. It's not. It's less looking for, like through different artists or something like that.
I get that. Yeah. The reason I ask is because his concerts are apparently life-changing, and I smoked and I was just watching. I was like, I want to watch the live version of these songs because I fucking love Tame Impala. Like, he's one of my favorite artists. Like, I've really gotten into him this last year. He's influenced my music a ton, and he does this thing, and I was high when I watched this, and I was like, if I was there during this, like, I think I would fucking like have a heart attack. Like, this was so freaky. So like, basically it was like on the like before they came out, because he does all the music, but he performs with like a band, right? It's like his friends from like growing up or something, that he does it with. And on the screens it's like this like almost like this like not post-apocalyptic, but like what's like the like dystopian, like it's like this woman, and like she's like, hi, you're blah, blah, like, welcome to this blah, blah, blah. So you've just taken this drug that's gonna slow time and blah, 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 blah. And she's explaining it, and then it slowly starts to get slower and slower and slower, like over like the course of like 5 minutes. And like, you don't really notice it right away, especially when you're whatever. She's like, it's a psychedelic drug that messes with your sense of like, and then whatever. And I'm watching this high, and I'm like, oh my god, because it's like he does like these psychedelic shows, like they're like really like sick. Intense and really cool. And
insane,
dude. and like the visuals and stuff, like she gets slower and slower and slower, and then they come out after like 5 minutes, and I'm like, everybody's locked in.
Dude.
Like I was locked in and I wasn't even fucking there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was
sick.
like, dude, like Tame Impala is like the number one artist I want to see live. Like,
I would
because
definitely.
I just know.
I would definitely trip at that for sure.
Dude, I'm like, I don't think I would do anything. I would probably smoke, but like a little bit, because I want to enjoy it. Like he's one of my favorite artists. I want to like remember it and whatever. But I also like think like taking like 4 hits wouldn't hurt. You know?
Yeah.
Like he makes it kind of for
I'd have a
people
little
that
bit
take
of a
psychedelics.
chocolate bar and some
Yeah.
and a smoke.
Yeah, I'd take a Xanny or two. Just kidding.
I'd do some meth.
Yeah, I'd do some crystal meth. I'd try meth for the first time at a Tame Impala show. That's what it's for, man. It's for tripping out. I do heroin.
Yeah, we should
I put a little needle between my toes. Yeah. Well, we're kind of coming up on the time here, and I gotta pee so fucking bad. So
bye. No, just like cuts.
should we call it here? And next episode will probably be like a little more serious, but still obviously fun. Like we're not the most serious people in the world. We're goofy fucking idiots. So, yeah. But watch the first episode if you haven't.
And we have more questions to do, so we could do. I'm gonna save this.
Yeah, we could do more. We could do a part 2 if you guys really like this. But follow if you like the podcast and subscribe. And maybe we'll start an Instagram or social media account soon that maybe does some of this extra stuff, highlights or something. But yeah, let us know what you guys want to see videos on, see podcasts on. We're kind of open to everything. But anyways, yeah, thanks for listening. I got to pee so bad, so sorry we're ending so quickly. But thanks for listening. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.